Welcome back to another video, and today we'll be reviewing the Pfister Growler. This vehicle is mainly based off the Porsche Cayman. Now moving in, we're going to do the basics, such as brakes, engines, transmissions. So going on to the front bumper. The street bumper looks the most appealing to me, so I'm going to put that on. None of the bumpers really look significant enough for me to even equip them, so I'm just going to leave the rear of the vehicle stock. Now they have strut braces, which is a great addition. Usually it's just a visual customization. It doesn't really help out with anything, so I'm just going to choose most likely the cheapest one. Now exhaust. Definitely, I wish exhaust, if I did a different sound for each exhaust. Cheaper you go, the worse it sounds. Higher you go, the better it sounds. But usually the $750 one does the job every time. The carbon fenders, they are basically the same thing. Doesn't really matter to me either way, because if I put this thing in a dark color, I'm not gonna see them. Hood catches, very basic. Didn't choose any of the hoods because I don't think they're worth it, especially when you have a livery on the vehicle. The dash, definitely going with the carbon dash. That makes sense, as most of the Porsche race cars have a carbon dash inside of them. Doors, that doesn't appeal to me. I wish they did a different door design, but seats, I'm not gonna change that because the seats are already great. Different seat design for this DLC for the Porsches, especially the Porsches. So I'm not gonna change that. Roll cage, I don't want to put a roll cage over the strut brace. I just thought that would look weird. Lip spoiler, I was gonna go crazy here, but I don't remember it being wide enough. Most cars that have these types of wings are wide bodied. I don't remember seeing a fender option to add to the vehicle so it could support that spoiler, but I just went with a smaller ducktail, somewhat OEM looking in a sense. I was gonna change the livery here, but I don't think it's worth it, especially when you buy the vehicle off the car meet floor. I think you definitely getting an advantage sometimes, but not in this case because all the liveries for me were unlocked. But moving in, I'm gonna put this vehicle in a Nardo gray with yellow mirrors and maybe some dark accents on it. Looks just as good as I'd imagine. Now I'm gonna put trim color. It's gonna be black. Unfortunately, I wouldn't want to offset the colors by putting a different color. So I'm just gonna put black so the yellow stitching and yellow accents could pop more. No, I'm gonna put my Growler emblem on it. Now this here, kind of on the fence about this. I wish I put it in yellow, but I was gonna put it in. Wish I put it in yellow, but it's not gonna be seen that much. Believe it or not, when you're driving and not looking at the back of the car, you're mainly focused on where you're pointing the vehicle. So definitely putting that thing on it would definitely be a waste of money to me. Not that money matters, because most of the vehicles are expensive anyway. I love that yellow stripe around the guard of the vehicle, the lip of the vehicle. Definitely reminds me of the Challengers and the Chargers. I'm talking about the Hellcats with the little lip guard thing that they always say you should take off. I definitely love that. Now this wing is perfect. Now you can have two wings, but this vehicle I bet is gonna clutch kick like it doesn't have in any wing. Well, if I take that wing off, it's gonna be dramatic. But now that I have a wing on it, it's gonna have a little bit more control to it. It always happens with Porsches. Most of the Porsches, they always, when you clutch kick them, they always break sideways, break loose sideways. So we'll see. The vents don't really do it for me. I'm just gonna leave it stock. Track wheels. Now, it being a newer car, I think I'm inclined to put these wheels on it. I definitely envisioned this before. That's why I chose them so fast. Don't want to cover the yellow stitching too much, so I'm just gonna put light smoke. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Comment if you like how I customize it. Now driving the vehicle, you can definitely tell that this vehicle has potential of being a high performing vehicle, but the class that it's in will definitely affect it. Most of the vehicles are in sport, which is a problem due to many of the heavy hitters are in the same class. Now, they're all in tuner races, and it kind of doesn't matter, but it kind of, rocks are kind of messed up. I wish some of them would have went into different classes so that they could really shine. But no, nonetheless, still a good car. Especially in the vehicle, as you can see, because of the spoiler, as I said before, it goes straight now. But if I didn't have the secondary wing on it would have definitely kicked to the left or right. Expect that to go that bad, but these guys are beautiful sound also. The thing about Porsches or the Pfisters in GTA Online, you can definitely tell that someone has enough respect for them to put them with good customization, good options, great handling, and now they even have their own interior. As you can see, this and I don't remember the name of the first one, but this car and the first Porsche that was released in this DLC have their own interiors, and before that they all had their own signature interior, right? You could definitely tell it's in the interior of a Porsche, right? So they're definitely well respected in the Rockstar environment. Now, I have the vehicle on default suspension setting, and the vehicle actually livens up as it should with the suspension. As you know, the stance option deters the turning radius of your vehicle. And this is actually a great car. As I said, the only problem with them is they're all in the same class, so no vehicle will truly shine as they should when they're competing against the Celica or the Pariah. Pariah is still the fastest car, by the way. You know, they're all in the same class, so we'll see who's a better driver by who can use their car the best. Now, will I recommend you buying this vehicle right now as of today? Absolutely not. as you know, there's a thing called the prize right challenge, right? And Rockstar is doing this so that you get people involved, well, more people online in the game, and it's definitely working. What I would do is compete in the prize right challenge, win the vehicle for free, customize the vehicle, right? Well, you win the vehicle for free, for the most part. Customize the vehicle, you're only out of about $300,000. So definitely do that. Thank you so much for watching.